Swords reversed. Sometimes you do get reversed cards, and I usually tend to read upright cards. I like to be positive, and there are very few negative cards in the deck, but a true tarot reader should be able to read the reverse cards, should be able to express the right vision. So when you talk about a reversed Page of Swords, the whole reading changes. Now this is about someone who does not have, cannot communicate their feelings very well. If you get this card as someone, how someone sees you, someone feels very disconnected from you, cannot communicate very well with you, and he or she is not able to express their feelings. They are in denial, they're hiding their pain, they cannot see a future based on whatever that is. They don't, also it's someone who does not accept your side of the argument. Okay, he or she feels that he's always right and you're always wrong. So this is someone who's a little bit narcissistic, someone who does not appreciate you, who does not listen to you, who's not a good listener, and someone who wants to always be right in an argument, and he just wants to end the argument. He says, okay, I'm right and you're wrong and this is it, like very bossy energy. Okay, so this leads to a lot of arguments and a lot of misunderstandings, and then the other person gets hurt by this person's behavior because he's not really understanding like the problem in the relationship. So when you talk about how this person wants to communicate, they can't openly communicate with, or they always need to be in the same ground as with each other. If it's talking about singles or a new relationship and how this person feels about you, this is about someone who doesn't want to listen to you. Communication issues are causing a lot of tension in your relationship, and this miscommunication might have irreparable damage, because if you can't communicate with your partner on the right footing and can't discuss the future and you can't discuss your feelings, then both of you will have lots of misunderstandings, lots of arguments, and it will end the relationship, which none of us want. So there needs to be a clear communication. This needs to go upright instead of being reversed. Okay, now if you talk about an existing relationship where both the parties are in a relationship for a long time, maybe for a few months or maybe a few years, and you get this card, which is Page of Swords reversed, it basically means that your energy, a person doesn't view you as an ally anymore. He thinks of you as more of an enemy. He's always arguing with you, he always thinks he's right, and he never listens to you, and you literally have come to the point where you don't even discuss anything with this person because you know that this person will argue and will always disregard your feelings. So this is a very bad, this would be a little bit of a bad perception in your existing relationship. You need to fix this, you need to make it upright, or you need to fix this problem, this communication barrier that both of you have in your relationship. Otherwise your relationship will have a lot of issues and misunderstandings, because both of you are always in defensive mode. This is someone who's in a defensive mode. This is not someone who wants to communicate, someone who wants to not communicate. Okay, like the Two of Swords in the other cards. Okay, something like that. If you talk about an ex's intentions in this reading, again, they always feel that this is like, because they broke up with this person. Of course you broke up because he's your ex. This person feels that you are the reason why they broke up. He's blaming you for everything that went wrong in the relationship. They're very focused on that. They're still thinking about you, clearly, but they're thinking about all the wrong stuff. They're thinking, oh, because of her or because of him, this happened. She argues, she doesn't listen to me, she just does, she does that, and because of that reason we broke up. But the issue is that obviously there are always two parties involved. It's not just one person, and of course the other person had something to do with it. The other person also had a fair share of problems, and they were not dealing with each other, they were not communicating well, and that's the reason we broke up in the first place. But it's still reversed, which means the person is not willing to see the problem, is still blaming the other person for the breakup, and so they don't want to be responsible. They don't want to be because they're a page and they're in reverse. So page itself is a very youthful energy, and imagine being in reversed. is not someone who's thinking clearly, and who doesn't accept their fault in the relationship. So yeah, that's kind of sad, but that's how the card reads. If talking about marriage or commitment, since now I'm not going to say that it's not possible, it is possible, but you need to see that someone cannot openly communicate with you. They always feel that the partner is wrong, and if both the parties, or at least one person, feels that way, that I am always right, the other person is always wrong, and they are doing this, they are doing that, there's no communication, there's miscommunication, misunderstanding, and this will remain there. Okay, if the other person cannot heal and see where he's going wrong, needs to this other person, whoever this is, needs to mature and take the understand the problem in the situation, and maybe apologize for their mistakes, and then ask you to take a step further, because it's not fair for one person to be doing all the work and the other person sits there and says, oh, but it's not my fault, it's your fault, and you apologize. It's not good for the other person's self-esteem, it's not good for the relationship, because there's a lot of resentment here, and it will continue to be there in the long run. So if there is a marriage or commitment, but you have to fix this, okay, you have to make it right, because if you don't make it right, and if there is a marriage or commitment in the future, one person will be sacrificing their intentions, they will be doing all the hard work, they will always be apologizing, and they will always doing things they don't really want to do to keep the relationship going, which is not fair, I feel, because the other person should also be doing their share of work. And good communication and a good relationship requires two people to be on the same page. So there we have it, page of